So what I want to do is take the time out to go over my 5 declarations that I'm making pre-camp. Let me stress this again, pre-camp declarations. So these are subject to change, okay? As we get into training camp and we hear about guys performing, or we hear about guys going down and not being able to perform, or we get into the preseason and we're actually able to lay eyes on guys and they're out there balling, things can change, okay? But here are my 5 declarations, and if you've got some, I'd love to hear them, whether it be on this live form or after this video is done. You go into the comment section and leave them there. But I'd like to hear if you have some pre-camp declarations of your own. That said, here are my 5 declarations as we head into training camp. Number 1, I'm going to start off with a soft toss, easy, knock this one out of the park home run. Okay, we talked about this a million times. This is not new news. This is not a revelation. This is a pretty easy one. But I heard someone talk about Washington only keeping 5 receivers, and I said they don't get it. So I'm going to repeat this. First declaration. Declaration 1. Washington keeps 6 wide receivers on the roster this year. Okay. Simple, easy. That's a no-brainer, I think. But obviously other people out there believe that there's still a chance that they keep 5. I don't see how that's possible with what we have on the roster. I think the number is 6. Declaration number 2. Tight end Ricky Seals-Jones makes the roster. Meaning Samis Reyes, off-season darling, I'm guilty, will be on the practice squad. So let me repeat declaration number 2. Tight end Ricky Seals-Jones makes this roster as TE3, meaning Samis Reyes goes to the practice squad. Declaration number 3. A healthy Sadiq Charles. Let me repeat this again, because the second word of this declaration is the most important. A healthy Sadiq Charles starts at left guard for the Washington football team. Fully healthy throughout all of training camp and the preseason. Okay? So a healthy Sadiq Charles is your starting left guard in week 1 versus the Los Angeles Chargers. That's declaration number 3. Declaration number 4. Peyton Barber staves off Jarrett Patterson to complete the running back room if there are only 3 RBs kept. Let me say that again, because a lot of you don't want to hear this one. You're not trying to hear it, and that's fine. Peyton Barber staves off Jarrett Patterson to complete the running back room if they're only keeping 3 RBs. So, of course, Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, and Peyton Barber will be your third back again. Meaning Jarrett Patterson to the practice squad if he isn't swept up by another team off waivers. And finally, declaration 5. The Gandhi Man, Antonio Gandy Golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. AGG will make the 53-man roster. He's been counted out. A lot of you have counted this man out. I've been pretty steady. I'm not gonna lie to you. After listening to wide receiver coach, forgot his name already, but after listening to the wide receivers coach, I waffled a little bit. Got shook to my core because he was so effusive in his praise of Cam Sims. Drew Terrell is the wide receivers coach. He was so effusive in his praise of Cam Sims. I'm like, there's no way Cam Sims isn't making this roster. I was adamant early in the offseason. I'm adamant now. AGG has had a strong camp to this point, or it's not camp, OTAs. And it's OTAs. I am aware of this. But I think he's poised to make it a run at making his football team. And a second-year guy that was a fourth-round pick. Now, granted, I've heard rumblings and grumblings that he was more of a Kyle Smith guy, was AGG, than a Ron Rivera guy. We'll see. We'll see. But if he's making plays in camp and he's another year comfortable, they drafted him for a reason. Ron still had to okay it. He still had to like some things. Excuse me, with AGG. And I think the guy is super talented. And we talked about, big dogs and guys that can go get it. It's big physical possession receivers. I think AGG is that guy. So those are my 5 pre-camp. Okay? We might have different post-camp, preseason game declarations, but those are my 5 pre-camp declarations. Washington keeps 6 receivers. Tight end Ricky Seals-Jones makes the roster. Sammy's Reyes to the practice squad. A healthy Sadiq Charles starts at left guard. Peyton Barber staves off running back Jarrett Patterson to complete the running back room if they keep 3 backs. Finally, AGG will make the 53-man roster.
LouieTeeNetwork.